Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And this week, we got another motivational one for you. But before we get into all of that, Zoe's got some shout-outs.
Hey, yo, what up? You know what time it is. Hey, shout out to all the friends and family members out there that's out here supporting the podcast, man. We appreciate you, and we love you. And for those ones who ain't, what you waiting for? Let's get to it.
But if they ain't, wouldn't they? Anyway, this week, we're going to be talking about wherever you are, start there. So strap in. Let the Kings talk about it. All right, good people, welcome back to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And as I am every single week, I'm Alan.
What up? It's your boy Twan, a.k.a. Ask me about my podcast. You know what time it is. Let's go.
Still trying to be
It's your friend, your mentor, Calvin D. Hill. Let's go to work.
All right, so I mean, today we really are just talking about wherever you are, start there. And the reason I wanted to kind of discuss it is because of the very first sentence I put in the notes. Because there are a lot of people that don't even want to get started in anything because they have this fear of how long the journey is gonna be to get to whatever it is that they think that they see or whatever it is they think they want to do. They think the journey is too long to even get started. And I'm just like, hey, look, wherever you are, just start there. Because at the end of the day, everybody's journey is whatever the journey is going to be. And some people have a shorter journey for reasons that you don't know, you can't see, you don't understand, and you may not have those opportunities presented to you. But to me, it's for you, for the person who has the longer journey, it's going to be that much more sweet when you achieve what it is that you want to achieve. So that was kind of my thinking on this, on wherever you are, start there.
Okay. I like it. That's what we doing, Calvin?
I'm reading the notes. I'm looking at the notes.
What you mean you just now reading?
No. Because I'm looking at the start comparing what you have to others.
Gotcha.
And I'm trying to tie it into where you are because I just talked to a young lady. Tuesday night, and she was saying, I should be married, I should be this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. And like you said, stop comparing yourself, but at the same time, I feel like, why do you want that? Why do you want what you want? Why are you saying, I should be here, I should be there? Is that really your desire, or are you just, like you said, comparing?
You want what they got.
I want what they got. I really don't have a desire for it.
Right.
I want what they got.
Right.
That's what my thought process was while I was reading it, but I was like, okay, hold on. He's saying start there, so I'm trying to figure out how to encourage somebody to start their pursuit of what they desire.
Well,
that's where my mind was.
Well, I'll tell you what, I assume my perspective, people who do that, who focus on what other people are doing and what level of they are in life and their achievements and their accolades, and when you compare yourself to things like that, is that not depressing? Is that not like putting a...
I mean, the problem is
bad.
It is going to depend on the person, I think, because like some people are going to do that. They're going to compare themselves to somebody else and be motivated, and some people are going to compare themselves to somebody else and just be like, man, I could never. Like okay, like for an example, right? If I was comparing myself in the gym to like Eddie Hall, that ain't motivating. And the other problem is, at a certain point, if you're working towards a thing and you're comparing yourself to this person, the very thing that used to motivate you could now flip and call and be like, man, I'm never gonna catch up to them, or I'm never gonna get there because I've been doing this for 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 years, and I'm no closer than I was, seemingly closer than I was when we started. The problem is, whatever everything, I'm one of those people that I think that you have luck, which is, to me, is labor under correct knowledge, right? And so you will work to the point where it's only going to take that one thing for the switch to flip, and now to everybody outside of the situation, you got to where you are overnight. But only you know the journey. Only you know what you had to experience to get there. So for everybody else that wasn't along for the ride, it's going to appear like, okay, you just exploded on the scene yesterday. No, this 15 years in the making.
Right.
So I think for some people that are comparing themselves to other people, there's two ways to do it. There's some people are going to be motivated, and some people are going to find that is tougher.
I couldn't do it. If I was to do that, I probably wouldn't be where I am today, because I would be the latter half as far as being discouraged because, oh man, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, but they doing it over there, and just beat myself up for that. I don't see how that is a positive thing for somebody with that type of attitude. I think, like on the other end,
to compare themselves to somebody else.
Yeah, like he said, there's two different aspects of it where you see somebody doing something like, oh, it's a motivating factor, and like, oh man, that's cool, I want to do something like that, or I believe I can do that, and it motivates them and pushes them to do such. But then you got the other half that's like, it's completely opposite, and they get stuck in the mud because they're so focused on somebody else and what they got and what they don't have. I think that's what it boils down to, because people focus on what they don't have versus what they want in life when it comes to stuff like that, man. I don't know. Maybe just me.
They do.
And that's like this. That gets into like self-sabotage, because now you're beating yourself up about what you don't have versus focusing on the things that you do have and pushing forward.
What was your thought when you put that up there? That self-sabotage.
That was me.
That was.
Oh, you put that self-sabotage. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
Because, like I said, you focus on the wrong things because you're worried about what they doing over there. So, being that you see them, where they at, and you comparing yourself. So now, wherever you are, you feel as if you can't get started because you're not where they are right now.
So, when somebody critique you or question you or ask you, especially in your workplace, they talk about your podcast.
Where am I at today?
Why do you think they are self-sabotaging themselves from doing anything constructive with their life and satisfied with being mediocre at what they're doing?
Oh man, you throwing some shots.
I'm not.
You throwing some shots.
I'm not throwing anything.
It's my perspective. It ain't what you thinking over there, sir. I will say that I don't think they have the desire to do anything more than what they're doing right now. So, no.
So if they have nothing to do, then they're critiquing you.
That is, I mean, they have time to do that because they're not doing anything for themselves, I guess. But not all of them, though. Just, some of them, they enjoying life, man.
Do you take that personally, Alfonso?
Yes. Let's see. Do I take it personally?
Yes.
I kind of do. Yeah, I kind of do.
Yes.
I do.
So next time, what are you going to tell them?
Start wherever you are at. That's what I'm going to tell them. That's what I'm going to tell them. Hey, wherever you at, man, start there, bro.
Give it to me, baby.
Give it to me. Yo, Rick James. I mean, that's
very
that's
good.
What it is, man.
Very good. Very good. Well, we have learned something.
What have you learned, Calvin?
To encourage others by what we do.
Yeah.
Don't compare.
As far as there being perfect timing. There is no such thing as perfect timing. I see that you.
Is.
I see what. Okay, I see what you're doing over there, Ruckus.
Yes, it is.
There's no such thing as perfect timing. So
yes, it is.
A lot of people. Well, I'm gonna just keep talking. I'm just going to.
You know what?
Fade you out in the background, now, buddy. Hey, can we fade them out? I'm just joking.
You know what? There is a perfect time.
There is a perfect time.
You know when the perfect time
Yep,
is?
I know when the perfect time is.
Right now.
Now.
What?
Now.
Again.
Is the now.
Drop the bomb.
That's the perfect time.
Nope. But see, that's coming. No. I'm not going to allow y'all to do this out here in these streets, man.
Here's the only reason why I would say that now is the perfect time.
But
because there is no perfect time.
Nope.
Okay.
So because there will never be a perfect time.
The perfect time.
The perfect time is now. Because next year still won't be a perfect time.
Nope.
2 years from now, nope, not a perfect time.
Nope.
Last year wasn't a perfect time.
Nope.
Terrible time. 5 years from now, horrible time. So you may as well get started now.
So wait a minute.
Nope.
You telling me that because there is no perfect time, the perfect time is now?
Because when people say they're waiting for the perfect time, what is that?
So there's no perfect time.
And if there was a perfect time, will you be ready for that time?
So here you go. Here you go. Now, and depending on what you're aspiring to, what you're targeting, what you're trying to hit, there is no perfect time. But you can prepare while you have time. You can start making steps. You can start planning. You can start doing things to get the ball rolling to have that perfect moment of, okay, for example, I want to start a business, right? I do not have a business plan. So what do I need to do? Sit down and create a business plan. Oh, I took the first step. Congratulations. There was no perfect time to do that. I want to do X, Y, Z. Oh, well, how about I sit down and actually plan out what I want to do? Stop making excuses, because that's all the people doing. You saying, I don't have time, I don't have... No, you're making an excuse to do not do the things that need to be done for what you want to see done. And guess what? Ain't nobody coming to help you do it.
Didn't somebody... two episodes ago, didn't they say some people were some bums?
Hey, that's what he said. That's why I ain't say it. He called them bums. I don't call them bums. I call them chickens.
My Lord. Oh,
I like it. I had to come back and get it. I was scared.
Chicken and bums.
Chicken and waffles. Chicken and biscuits.
Chicken and biscuits.
Chicken and biscuits.
Man.
Look, I got it. Got him. All right.
So, yeah.
Anyway.
So yes, there is no perfect time, but because there is not a perfect time, any time is the time. Because so look at it this way, right? So obviously, last few years we've been living in a pandemical, right?
Correct.
So all of the businesses that didn't think it was the perfect time to create an online presence, to create an online menu, to create an online for restaurants, for an online pickup, the people who didn't get themselves involved in the in the Grub Hubs and the Door Dashes, the ones that didn't put their menus there had a really hard time because they didn't have couldn't have people in the restaurant, and then they didn't have a way to sell food because they only sold food in the restaurant. And some restaurants that only took cash were also unprepared because they didn't have a way to even. So a lot of businesses went out of business simply because it was never the perfect time. Maybe they didn't think they needed to do it, but it was never the perfect time. But then the perfect storm happened that put them out of business.
Yeah, but they failure to adjust and innovate quickly, that killed a lot of businesses. That failure to adjust, and really is people do that. A lot of marriages and other things took hits during that time because it was a failure to adjust to the circumstances. It's a thing, man.
Because
I'm glad you said that.
So there's never a wrong time to prepare. You just have to be able to see what's not, visualize what might show up.
Speaking of relationships, let's talk about it. As far as
where you are,
where you are, start there.
Okay, what's that? What's that about relationships?
Well, first of all, let's go ahead and get yourself together.
No.
Before you get out here in these streets,
No.
You know what? A lot of people that I've observed, they want what they're not ready for. Does that make sense?
Okay. So, go ahead.
I'm just
give an example of what you're saying.
He got the bag ready.
Give an example.
Let's wind it up.
You talking about relationships?
Yeah.
So, what are you saying, Alfonso?
I'm saying that a lot of people out there, I'll repeat it, they want what they are not ready for. So, for example, they see a couple, all right? They're around a couple, and they're seeing how the love between each other, the two in the couple, they see the connection, they see the
are you talking about
forward
marriage?
Marriage, yeah. Talking about even if you courting to get to that point, it's a process. So people want to skip that whole process of getting to know someone, taking the time and getting connected and building a bond and having mutual ideas of what they want to do in life, and they want what they see. However.com, they have a whole lot of baggage that they had to get. I would suggest you get through before even get to that point.
Right.
So no, you wouldn't go into the relationship with the baggage. You wouldn't just bring the bags with you. So I'm bringing the bags with me to the relationship.
That's not a bad thing, but are you willing to open those bags up and start sorting and organizing and getting yourself together
I'm going to bring the bags to the relationship, and I'm going to open it day one.
Good luck.
What? Why are they not going to stay?
Good luck. No. You taking a chance.
Why?
You are taking a chance.
You are taking a chance.
They going to love me for me.
Nope. Ain't their responsibility to deal with that bag.
What is love and hip hop? I don't know.
They going to love me for me. Yes, they are.
Good luck.
Yes,
because if you're trash... People, normally when you put things in a trash can, you get rid of it. So don't come in a relationship being trash, thinking that because of who you are, you feel entitled, that you feel entitled, first of all, to be taken care of and being loved and being pampered and all these other stuff that you see, the positive things. But you don't know about the bad things that come with the relationship.
What?
Yeah, it ain't all peaches and cream.
Yes, it is.
All right, cool. So with that being said,
peaches and cream.
So you telling me?
What you're saying, start where you are. So first, start where you are. Where you are. So take time to get yourself together. Let's start with that first.
Are you telling me
prepare yourself?
You telling me
for that
I have to
commitment?
Are you telling me I have to be a husband before I get married?
Yes, absolutely. Be a wife before you become a wife. So you telling me I'm out here in these streets, right? What? I got me a roster.
You better stop that.
And now all of a sudden I want to be married because your wall's been beat down and now you want to take a rest.
What?
I'm done with you.
Oh my Lord.
I'm out of here.
I did not see that coming at all. I did not.
I did.
So overnight you telling me that you wife material. Overnight, you telling me now this goes for the men too, because there's some men out there that's just humping on anything, and now all of a sudden you ready to be out there. And when I say start where you are, good luck if you're going in that approach when it comes to relationship. You need to start where you are, meaning start where you are.
You ever seen that show, Married at First Sight?
Get yourself together. My wife loves that movie.
I ain't never seen it.
I mean, she loves that show.
Me and Andrew watch it. That's one of the things we do together.
You watching the new episodes now?
Yeah. We watch all of them. Yeah,
okay.
So anyway.
I was a little disturbed because they're showing that black man like that. But anyway, emotional.
No, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Big picture. Let's move on.
It's the trend. You know what it. You know. I know. It's the thing. That's what we're doing. So,
unstable.
But you take these single people. They've been single for 30, 40, 25.
A long time.
long
out
time.
there in the streets, and some celibate, but either way,
and then all of a sudden you throw them into a marriage.
culture shock.
Woo!
Culture shock.
I love it.
Start where you are. If you want to jump out there, it's fine. I'm sorry, I went out on a tangent, but my point is, if you're going to, like, when it comes to relationships, people want what they see, but they're not prepared for it.
No,
so you mentioned
prepared.
getting prepared for it. That's a process in that. In the regards of going into a relationship, you have to prepare yourself for it. So if you're going out here jumping blind, then good luck to you. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but some people fall in love that way.
So how do you prepare for? We're just using this one marriage topic as starting where you are. So how do you start? I'm single. I've been single for 30, 40, whatever years. Mm-hmm. How do I start this process? Because I want to be married.
Gotcha.
So is this, you saying this person been single for 30, 40 years? Are they 30? Or are they 70?
No, you're 30 years old.
Oh,
40,
okay.
30 to 40, 25.
I thought you were saying they've been single for 30
I'm 25 years old.
What?
I'm 25 years old. I want to be married.
Okay, I was just
So what would I say?
I'm not ready to settle down after.
But okay. I'm
2 kids.
I'm 25.
16 years together in a relationship.
No,
Anyway,
I'm 25. Me and this person are together. I want to be married.
Yeah.
Advise me. What do I do, Fonzo? Fonzo.
Well, first of all, I think you're starting where you are, but you might want to take time to
give me some advice. Tell me where to start. What do I do?
First of all, you're not being realistic. Let's start there.
Oh no.
Dun dun dun.
No.
Let's start there.
I'm being realistic.
Let me bring you back to reality.
Okay.
That's because I'm not going to be a yes person and say, yeah, go do it. No, bro. Do you have anger management issues? Do you have financial? Are you financially educated?
So what they got to do with relationship? What's up? What they got to do with me?
So my question to you is, what do you see as a relationship? What defines a relationship? I'm asking you. We coming to me for help. Let's define the help that you need.
We together. I want to be married.
You want to be married?
Yeah, I want to be married.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. That's all you got.
I want to be married.
That's it.
Yes.
All right, you bum.
No.
Oh my word, man! Jeez.
Boy,
yo, bum.
No, I got it.
Man.
I'll take the wheel.
Cannot.
I got the wheel. All right, here you go.
I only say that because
I got it.
It took me personally. It took me a while to understand it was me first I had to work on before I even thought about getting to a relationship. I didn't. All right, I was working on me when I was talking to Ashley and just having conversations. It wasn't even about me wanting to be with somebody. It wasn't even about
but for some people, that's all it's about.
Good luck.
It's not about the work. It's not about the work.
Gotcha.
It's about I'm lonely.
Well, we talked about that. We talked about codependent relationships for the wrong reasons.
Oh, we did have a conversation about that, didn't we? I want to be taken care of.
All right, so.
All right, you want to go down that route, partner, or we going to stick with the topic? Because I'll
start with you. So I'm saying, give us
that backstroke, man. Yeah. You out here backpedaling out in these streets.
So for single people, here you go. For single people wanting to get married, starting where you start, I would suggest Calvin D. Hill.
Start for the right reasons.
I would suggest you learn your own love languages.
Okay.
If I had to give you a starting place, I would tell you to start there. Because if you don't know how you want to be loved, you can't expect somebody to love you.
That's good. I like that. I like it. That's better than what I was thinking, but that's good.
Let's get him in the right direction.
I'm about to rip.
Let's help him start there.
All these bums out in these streets,
give him that. So financially, so let's start with money. Okay, you single person. All right. So how do I start? How do I start with money? Well, where do I start?
I'm glad you asked, Calvin.
I'm broke.
There's a few basic things that you need to do to prepare yourself financially I would unlearn everything that you know about family. If you're
I
not doing
don't
well,
know nothing about money. Here's the thing, especially for young men. I don't know anything about money other than I need money. I don't know anything else.
Let's not do the gender thing, bro. Let's just everybody out there like that has
for some men. I'm saying that on purpose.
Why are you saying on purpose?
If you feel like I'm slighting the women, it's because I'm targeting an audience of men right now deliberately because I'm trying to. I don't want to call their name.
I'm listening.
You need money.
You need money.
All right. What do I do?
That's a great question. What basis there's no knowledge of money at all?
Yeah, I don't know nothing.
Well, how about we get you educated? Let's get you read up on some material.
Okay.
That's all I got for you.
What material? What material? Read up on what?
Look,
you ain't telling me what to do.
First of all, we talked about time.
You're not telling me what to do.
You're wasting my time.
I need help.
You're wasting my time. Because if you're coming to the table with no solutions at all or no kind of idea of what you want, then you might want to start there. You might want to educate yourself in seeing financially what could make you do better. So if you have do you work? Do you have a job? Do you have your own business?
I need a job.
You're wasting my time.
You're wasting my time. You really think, Alan, I'm a young man, 18 to 30.
Dang.
I didn't say it like that. I said,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
I said,
darn it.
18 to 30.
I'm 18 to 30. I don't have money. I'm broke. Where are you? Where you are, start there. Here you go. I just gave you where I am.
So,
okay.
How would you suggest I start?
Well, two things. If you were having a conversation with me, I would ask you, okay, you are broke. You have no money. What do you want to do? What do you like to do?
I like to play video games.
Okay. Are you good at it?
Yeah, I beat
You're
Fortnite.
lying.
I played Fortnite the other night.
You didn't.
And you won.
And I won.
Okay. Then this is what, hey, guess what? This is what I would tell you to do. I would tell you to do, because I don't believe in sole source income, I would tell you to go, you love doing that. All right, fantastic. You're 18, 19, 20. You
30.
You single, 30. You single, you don't have any children. Get you a Twitch stream.
A what?
A Twitch, exactly. Get you a Twitch stream.
You don't know what that is, man.
Get you a Twitch stream. They would already know because they're probably looking at somebody's Twitch stream.
Exactly.
Get you a Twitch stream, and instead of playing by yourself, play Fortnite while you're on Twitch, so other people can watch you play and follow you, and then subscribe, and then you can work to monetize that. In the meantime, though, but until that grows, what I want you to think about doing is find something. Maybe you might want to work at GameStop, because that still keeps you in the lane that you like to be in. Or maybe, but you're not going to make much, but you won't be destitute either.
That's a start.
First of all, you playing a video game online. How you even paying for that when you broke? Anyway, I
live with my mama.
There you go.
Okay, that's what it is. All right.
Cool. I live with my mama.
You know what I don't have? Ladies and gentlemen, let me share something with y'all, because I'm coming off as somebody who is very mean. I am that. Okay? I don't have the patience and the tolerance.
Toxic masculinity.
I don't have the patience for it, man. I just don't.
I don't know what this is about.
I just don't. What is that?
Emotional.
I try to be. It takes a lot of energy for me to, as far as dealing with people, because I'm not really a people person. And I know that is one of my, I would call it a flaw, because I know I need people and to do what I want to do in life. But I just don't have the patience for stuff like that. But I'm glad that you gentlemen are in my life because y'all do. And I've learned from y'all every day, or with situations, different situations. I learn from you all.
Darn it.
Darn it. I didn't mean it that way. Anyway, moving on.
I mean, but that's what if somebody came to
Alan.
me. Now I'm not
Good on you, Alan.
The other thing is, look, I don't. The thing is, I am genuinely interested in other people, but other people also, because I am an introvert, can be exhausting unless it's in doses.
Yeah.
Right? So if it's I can't be like even when I'm at an event, I gotta step outside, just stand out there for a few minutes, then come back in, step back outside, stand out there, come back in. Mm-hmm. So that could be introverted, could also be PTSD. Who knows? But
I have to take medication, man, and
I'm
just
not,
to deal with like I have I'm different, man.
I'm not all the way there, but I don't really. But being around people, all like if I'm at a conference or a convention or something, at the end of the day, I got to go to bed. Like there is no let's hang out. No, I'm spent. I am done. I got to get in this bed. So, but I am genuinely interested in other people. That's why I can have those conversations. Well, what do you like to do? What do you want to do? Where do you see this fortnight going? But I know that you can earn an income. Whatever you like to do, there is a way to do that thing and earn an income. Now, how much is up for debate, right? But there's always a way to earn an income because if you're interested in it, other people are too, and they'll watch you do that.
That brings me back to the topic that we had where Calvin was talking about do it while you're single. Right. That's a great opportunity for you to do so because you don't have the things that you have the responsibilities to be free to do that and still make something of it to become,
The only thing I would tell
popular,
people is stuff like that. I mean, being any type of content creator people think is easy. It's work, though. Like you will work hard at it if you want to be a content creator. You will still work hard at it.
I'm glad you said that. I just want to add this, that so many people don't even start anything because they have a fear of how long the journey will take. As far as starting where you are, I think you should calculate that in when you trying to. Man, you have to calculate that.
Look, I had now. This is personal. I was doing some research and reading about mentoring and what I do. I'm glad I didn't know. I'm glad I didn't know because I wouldn't have started.
Really?
I'm glad I did not know. I'm glad I didn't know what it took or what it will take or how long.
That's kind of the opposite direction I was going, but
I know, I know,
hey,
I know. But
Calvin
this is why.
that guy.
But this is why.
I'm listening.
But sometimes passion and just simply motivation, stop being scared and getting up and going to go do.
Yeah.
Makes the difference of you starting and continuing. Because some people just, like you said, they quit before they even start. They don't even try.
But that's because they're lazy.
No, because they
scared. I mean, there's different. Like there's multiple things that.
Had I known, like, if I knew what I knew today about everything that I'm trying to do and going to accomplish in my life, I might not have started. I might not, because some people don't have the endurance, tenacity, grit, grind to see it through to what it takes. Some people don't, and you can't fault them for that because they're not built like that. So it's not their.
You don't have to be built like that.
No, yes, you do. So, man, especially in the entrepreneur, yes, in the entrepreneur world, in that business, you have to have a grit and a grind and a tenacity about you.
So you saying somebody can't learn that?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't learn grit. No, man, I'm sorry. I don't care what people say. Because if you did, you'll be there. You'll be up trying it. Some people don't learn that tough, that dog. You can't teach that dog. And I've seen that in kids. I've seen that in sports. You can't teach that dog. Some people gather, they did them. I don't care what you say.
I disagree.
I know you do. And people will disagree with me to the end of the day. But I'm going to tell you what. Go look. Disagree all you want. Look. Because the proof is in the pudding. Some kids from the hood got more grit and grind about them. They just don't know how to focus it. And you can't teach that dog. I got kids that got better lives than other kids. They ain't got that dog.
It can be taught.
They can't.
It can be taught.
I can. Somebody said this. Being competitive, being a competitive person, is hard to teach. I can teach you to work hard. I can work you hard. I can motivate you. But being a competitor is hard to teach because some things have to come from internal. I can't give you some things.
So,
Yeah. All right.
now,
all right.
in terms of being a competitor,
What is going on?
because here's sometimes I understand what Calvin is saying. I would also say that sometimes the people that got that dog are the absolute worst people
Yes, sir.
because they don't have the ability to not have that dog in everything they're doing. So they're gonna be overbearing and competitive in everything. And that's why they single, or they just walking over whoever their partner is, because they always got that dog and they always got to be in control. And I think some of that though comes from not something was missing that they needed to go after, and so they don't know any other way to be. Sometimes it's because you the youngest brother, like you the last child born, and so you had to fight and compete over everything in the house. Sometimes it's because you the youngest cousin. Sometimes it's because it won't never anything anywhere, and you had to go fight and claw and scratch and growl for everything that you got, and you don't know how to turn that off when you need to, because there are going to be times when having that dog is not going to serve you well. And then there are times when you need to have some kind of aggression to get things done. And as far as it being able to be taught, for me the jury is out. It don't matter to me either way. You are who you are going to be, unless you decide to change it.
It can be taught.
It got to come from inside, man.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. More.
You know why I'm here.
More. All right.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Finish it.
I think in my personal experience, I've seen children at a young age, how they're able to change because the environment has changed around them.
Right.
Yeah, that's a whole nother ballgame.
So it can be taught by through observation, learning from people around them. So if you take somebody that does not have that dog in them, that's not competitive, you put them in an environment and they'll change.
They get eaten alive.
You think so?
Yep.
Well, personally, I've seen that is true, but you have some that do have the ability to adjust and be just as gritty. Internal? Like I say, I stick with what I think, man.
Right.
What I've seen.
Right.
I've seen some timid little kids turn into some gritty, disrespectful.
All right.
Anyway, let's move on.
The other thing that I think when we're talking about that aspect of it is, when we're dealing with wherever you are, Lord, when we're dealing with wherever you are, start there, is like Calvin was talking about. He might not have started if he knew what it was going to take. I do think that it certainly is a non-zero chance of somebody saying, "Ooh, I don't think I'm willing," because you have to look at what you're going towards and say, "Am I willing to make the sacrifices and concessions for what I may want to do to get to whatever that thing is? Am I willing to not do these things because it may take pulling some quote unquote family money to put into this thing, and then maybe you can't go out to eat, every week if that's what you were used to doing. Maybe now you got to cut it back to once a quarter because you're taking this and investing it over here for the thing that it wasn't a perfect time to start. And so that's why, and everybody is not willing to do that. And I'm not saying they should be, because one of the things for certain is if you are single, there's only one person that has to make that decision. If you have a family and children or spouse or whatever, then you have other people to consider when you are making these decisions, instead of just being like, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do. You got to consider all of these other things that may happen, because the other people didn't ask for whatever it is you're doing unless they're involved in it, which you had conversations, you talked about it, you discussed it, and you came to the decision together. They're not involved in any of that. So how dare I'm going to speak for myself, how dare I put unnecessary hardship on my household that they didn't agree with?
Good point.
So it just depends. And I always tell people, in whatever it is that you're doing, you have to go to work to make the sacrifice worth it. Because you can sacrifice for decades and still be in the same place, but you have to go to work to make that sacrifice worth the time.
Gotcha. Well, to the people who listening, I think that's a good wrap up point. So to all the people that listen, man, in conclusion, there's some people who make excuses. So many excuses and not to get started. And, I guess you're just comfortable where you are, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But for those who want to do more, they want to change up some things in their life routine, and they want to start a new business or start a new relationship, whatever the case is, start where you are. Like Calvin was saying, plan ahead. And try to get some kind of idea of what you want to achieve, and start, just get out there and go. To be honest with you, I'm the type of person that will jump out of a window. I'm metaphorically speaking, figuratively speaking, in regards of wanting to do something. I tend to just do it and see where it goes, and I stick with it and become consistent with it and make it become a habit, so I can make some things of it. So shout out to those people out here trying to make a change out here in the world, man. That's all I got.
Good night.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, wherever you are, start there, man. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.